Today is Monday, January 8th, and we're in Medina Lake RV campground, which is another Thousand Trails campground. It's in Lake Hills, Texas. So we're going to take a walk. Unfortunately, Medina Lake, which is usually a big lake full of activities for everybody, is dry, bone dry. They say you can walk across it. So we're going to take a look, but thought I'd give you a look here at where we are, which is right there. We have an annual site here. Don't know about 132 next to us here. The guy back here straight across, they're annual. I don't know about these folks either, but a few people in here. It's a big park. I believe there was, what, 138 campsites?
I can't remember.
Yeah, quite a few. But a ton of deer. And today, because it rained all night last night, it does not have any deer hanging around. I posted pictures on Facebook, so if you haven't seen that, go to my Facebook page for Judy and check out the deer that I posted. The coach right next door to us, she was putting out corn every day for them, and they just come running. Just tons of them. So we'll see what else we can find and see if anybody stirs up or comes out of the woodwork, so to speak. So stay tuned. So they don't have very many bathhouses scattered throughout this big park. The one closest to us for the showers and restrooms are closed for renovations, of course. We're going to go down here so that we can see what the lake should have been if it had water in it. So there's the parking lot for it. I think this was the boat ramp.
I think so.
Excuse me, I think this was the boat ramp. Oh my goodness. Pretty sad. This is just the view we can see from the first boat ramp, which is here. There's two here. But we just walked down here. This used to all be underwater. It's been about 4 years. We just talked to a gentleman that's been here for quite a while. And he said it's been about 4 years ago that his dog learned to swim in here. And now it's just mud and muck. And pretty rocky, so you know what was under the water. But there is another trail that we can get to down here, so we'll walk down there and see what we can see. But this is really sad. Should have put my boots to walk on here. These rocks are pretty unstable. Even though they're tiny, they're unstable. Look at this. That's so sad. Look at all the clamshells, little bitty ones. Ramp number 2 looks to be in better shape than ramp number 1. Then there's a bridge over there, or at least it's gated. We think it's probably a dock of some sort that was here. So we'll go down here and check it out. Okay, so the bridge that Rick thought he saw is right here. And it's actually like a boat ramp. And part of it's in trees and stuff, but it is accessible.
This is part of Thousand Trails.
Yeah, oh yeah, Medina Lake Thousand Trails, yep. And a cable to hold it in place. Goes up to maybe a stake, I'm not sure. Looks as if we've had cows or horses running on this. We'll go through the watch for critters for sure. Might have jumping fish. Oh my gosh. This is sad, isn't it? All right, we're going to take off. The weather took a change on us, so we got down to the boat ramp, and the sky turned black, and the winds changed so quickly, and the temperature dropped at least, 10 degrees, I would think. It was cold, very cold. So we hustled back to the camper, and now we're going to just take the car out and see what we can find. So stay tuned. So hopefully you can see them. The deer here are finally coming around. There's one right over here at the back of this camper moving, and the one that was right here took off, and they're back there. So let me walk back here a little bit. Come on, Bambi. Then you can see them all right here. Can you see them back there? Got one coming to me. Just a bunch of them. Hi, Bambi. Don't have any more hair. They're just all right here behind the trailer. There's a really young one. Yeah, look at that. This is all the does. I don't see any bucks in this group. This is all the does. So sooner or later the bucks will be around, but I don't want to bother them. That is their super dog park. Not much there for dogs to do or play in. And there's a lot of pets here. So we're driving around now because the temperature dropped quite a bit. Dropped from 63, and now the car is saying it's 54. But the wind picked up, as you can tell by our Thousand Trails sign up here. And since we're not walking this right now, I thought I would just video it. And then when we walk it, I won't have to video it again. Okay, they've got our gazebo. There's cactus even growing in here, babe.
Yes, there is. And there is deer everywhere.
Deer everywhere. Like I just showed you, being by ours. Little trike he puts on a trailer. Interesting.
Can-Am, yeah.
Probably Can-Am. Louisiana plates. But you can see the deer over there around that camper right across the street. Like 4 or 5 of them. But you can see how wooded it is here. So for our big coach, trying to find a spot that allows us to get in without being hindered with the trees and the branches, because there's a lot of spots that the branches are pretty darn low. Like this guy, he couldn't even back up all the way because of the trees. So typical for a lot of wooded areas, Washington, and a lot of the Thousand Trail campgrounds in Texas are this way as well. But it's not a packed campground at this point from what we see. This side of the street is just strictly, looks like a private house back in there. Just strictly wooded area, no campers in that area, obviously. Just here. Should have came right there. Could have backed right in there. That would have been F39.
Guy's trimming the shrubs over there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh. I think it's him, the camper, not the campground people. park and a clubhouse. That's probably the activity center. Got some little metal artwork over here.
Stagecoach.
Stagecoach and horses, yeah.
They have a frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf baskets. Little tiny house there, little
That's
log
the
cabin, tiny
activity
house.
center. Do you want to go inside there?
Should we go inside there and take a look?
This is where they have the movies on Thursday nights.
Friday night.
Friday nights.
Friday night movie at 7 o'clock.
Billiards on some nights, card games, dice games.
Yeah, they got a whole activity. Whatever they
Calendar.
set out for the first week
Putt-putt.
of the month for activities is what is subsequent for the rest of the month. Doesn't have any variation in it. So putt-putt golf. They need to clean up their greens there. Yeah, let's go over here. Not nice enough yet to play putt-putt golf. Another little covered wagon and horses. So we're going to go in here just for a minute, see if there's anything going on or not. It says, "Hi, my name is Sammy. Add a rock and help me grow." Texas A&M rock, of course. All right. Well, here's the event center. Activity center. Cool. I hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, you're over in the corner. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good.
It's our first time here, so we're kind
Well, welcome.
of looking around.
Yeah.
Nice size center.
It is.
Yeah.
And, when was it for Thanksgiving? We had a nice little potluck here.
The pool is closed, so apparently that is something that's not open year round. I don't know if they're working on it or what. It's full of water. Doesn't say it's closed, although I don't think I would want to be going in there. I think those are the laundry. These are the bathrooms. There's an old homestead, looks like here. Hey, it's a pretty nice area in here. Got 1, 2, 3 shower stalls. Very clean, really nice. And there's the guard gate that's unmanned. And that appears to be locked up. Here is the laundromat. And they use a app, a credit card here for, they use this system here, CSC Pay Mobile. Yeah, some old clothes laying around, I don't know. So it was last checked on 1/6 a couple of days ago.
Good morning, everybody. It is January 11th, 2024, and we are going to take off here. It's about noon, but we're going to take off and try to find what's called the Twisted Sisters Ride. And it's noted for motorcycles up in the mountains, and there are 65 twists and turns within the first 15 miles of it, but it goes up through some small towns with museums and things like that. So we're going to take a run up there, see if we can find it to begin with, and see what we can find up in the mountains, where it's supposed to have some really neat scenery and mountains and cliffs and things like that. So stay tuned for us. So we're here in Bandera, and it's really an old Western style town, and here's the proof, because they bring their horses to town and hitch them up right here at the corner. And there's the OST Diner, and that's the Old Spanish Trail is what that stands for. And we're going to we got to go through this town to get where we're going, which is to the Twisted Sisters Trail. There's the Branding Iron, Western Jewelry, Two Gringos, Chubarera, looks like a clothing store. It really is a neat little town. Okay, so now we're coming into the little town of Medina. And Medina is located on 337 and 16 highways. So we got to go through some little towns before we can figure out where these uphill winds are and curves. Another small little town.
There's Keith's barbecue.
It's got the light on.
Yep.
Espresso pizza and prayer right there.
Junction 377. That's where we need to go.
Yeah, we need to go to the junction of 377.
Sorry.
337, not the little cottage quilt store.
Vanderpool.
Yep, we're gonna go to Vanderpool. Log beds. There is water here, by golly. That was Jackson Creek. Nice little, might be some man-made ponds here for families, because it
Medina
looks
River
like
had water in it, but Medina Lake is about empty.
yeah, Medina River had it, but Medina Lake's
Some
empty.
longhorn cattle.
Longhorn cattle.
It's got a long horn on it.
So we've had buffalo, sheep, horses, cows, deer, and you can see the deer in here. Watch, don't hit that truck. And the deer,
Those are pronghorn.
they're
it.
pronghorn sheep.
They had,
They're not deer, they're pronghorn sheep. We'll see what this says, or see what it does, because it says there's a 45-mile-an-hour winding curve going uphill. So we'll see see how true that is. So far they've been pretty accurate. I don't think you got that.
Nope. Lone Star Motorcycle Museum.
There's the motorcycle museum this way, 4 miles. We've been to several of those, so I don't think we're going to stop at this one. Now it gives us the warning of steep grades. But there's houses on top of these hills, and man, they've got to have a great view. No, they are pretty narrow roads up here. Tight turns.
Yes, they are.
Blind corners everywhere. Definitely test your driving ability, right?
Yeah. You only want to stay alert.
So back home, we used to call these kind of hills roller coaster hills. Loved when I was driving to get out there and take your car and just fly down these. But when you look at them, they're just one right after the other. They used to be so fun back then. Guess you were flirting with death, huh? Nueces Canyon. Oh, there's a canyon over there. Oh, I forgot, didn't get the population.
517.
517 here in Camp Wood. Trying to see what that white fencing is going up the mountainside. It's got to be somebody's place that's a pretty good size. There's the house up in there. White adobe Spanish style.
Broken glass all on top of the fence.
Yep, all across the fence they've got implanted broken glass for any travelers that are unwanted.
We heard from that lady at the restaurant that this is
Speak up.
this is the way of running. I don't know if they're running drugs or they're running illegals or what they're doing, but
The
this
runners,
is,
as she called
they
them.
call them the runners that come up through here. They'll be driving 80, 90, 100 miles an hour down these little roads, trying to get deeper into the U.S.
So we're going into steep grades and sharp curves, it said. So I thought I'd give you another look at where we may be going.